Hello guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. I just wanted to do a quick video right quick and kind of show you all some controller settings that I've set on my own controller, my PS5 controller. You all can kind of do this same thing on your alls, but I'm going to show you where I set it at, and then I'll run some laps there to show you how I race with it with a controller. All right guys, as you can see on the player one controls right here on the configuration, I've got auto config 1, whatever that is. Driving effects I've got on, vibration strength is at 100 because the PlayStation 5 controller really doesn't, the vibrations really don't bother me. The dead zone I've got at 0. Steering sensitivity I've got at 0, because you don't want to flick the steering stick on the controller and your car just dart one way or the other. You want to get in the corner and get it turned and then just be able to tap on that stick, and it'll help turn the car. And you'll see what I'm talking about once we do run some laps here in a minute. But when you see me going to the corner and turn, I'm using the throttle to keep the car going around the corner, and all I'm doing with my left stick is just more or less, if the car gets too far out, I'll go one way or I'll use it to turn into the corner, but I'm not constantly turning with the stick, I guess you could say. Steering rate is at 55 on that. I went all one way and all the other. All one way is way too quick. All the other way, you can't even get the car to go around the track. So I ended up around 55, and it seems to be about the best, as what I can tell. Brake range I've got at 100%, but the brake rate I've got at 0. My throttle range I've got at 100%, but my throttle rate I've got at 0. So like if I test the sensitivity right here, you can see on the controller, my steering is, I mean, if I go all the way one way or the other, you can kind of see how fast that goes, but you can also ease into it with your finger. And all I'm really doing when I'm driving is that right there. I mean, that's all I'm doing. And then my throttle, when I pull the trigger, the throttle will go all the way up to the top, and that's where it uses the most of the trigger pull, as you're pulling throttle, and then the same with the brake. So you want it to where you use this full pull instead of just pulling it a little ways and it going to full throttle, So that's kind of where I got it set at on that. So anyways, that's brake rate at 0, throttle rate at 100, and brake rate at 0, brake range at 100, throttle range at 100, throttle rate at 0. And that's kind of where I got it at. So now let's go run some laps, and I'll show you what this looks like on a controller. And of course, if I'm going to do this, you got to know I'm going to use our old boy, Bobby Pierce. All right, guys, so here we go. We're going to get out on the track, and which I'm not, you can see my steering wheel right here. I'm not using it. Oh, God. I'm racing with a controller, but I can't hold it up here and race and do everything I'm doing here. So let's do it like this. Maybe you can hear me like this. Here we go. Well, this feels weird sitting back in my seat like this. Hope that everything sounds good. But so anyways, let's run some laps here. Nope. Hang on, let's start this over. Okay, here we go. I'm not used to sitting back like this and trying to drive. See, I'm just bumping the... See how it jumps back and forth? Now, I've just been playing with the controller for just a minute, to be honest with you. Of course, y'all know I'm always on the wheel. So, what little practice I've gotten with the controller so far. Let me see, I can get right around the bottom right there with it. And I can pedal the throttle with the other one if I need to. 11957. I've just been playing this for a minute. So anyways, you can see here, it don't make the car roll darty, and you can really control it, but you got to have the car in yaw as you're doing this. I want to get a 11.8 with this thing, but like this is, I'm using the setup that I used on my steering wheel with this, so it seems to be working out just fine. No, when I don't get the wall. That's my thing right now, is I've not played with the controller enough to stay out of the wall like that. But you can see it's controllable with the controller. It's controllable with the controller. All right, guys, so as you can see, that's the settings I use for controller, and you can see the car, how I race with the car out there. If I had more laps under my belt with the controller, I would get better and better. So if you race with the controller always, you're going to be better than me right out of the box, because you have a lot more practice with it and all that stuff. But those are the settings that I use on my controller if I race with the controller, because that's the best I could get the car. And I got it down to within 11.957, and I think the time for that track's 11.830. So I mean, I could get it with that close, and I'm sure somebody else that plays the controller for always can get it down a lot closer. So guys, I hope this has helped. If it has, please consider subscribing to the channel, and we will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.